But I still feel a little bit like you wouldn't speak to a Japanese person like this, would you?
こんにちは、ニューローノンのアルトです。今日は日本に住んで4年目のルーアに普段日本人に対して気を使っていることについて聞いていこうかなと思います。So, what kind of things are you extra careful about living in Japan?
The first thing I want to talk about is body contact. So compared to like Western countries, Japanese people don't really touch each other that much. Whenever I meet my friends, even friends I'm not very close with, I'll always give them a hug. And like with some of my friends and definitely like family friends, when I meet them, like you kiss them on the cheek and give them a hug. But that's like totally not the case in Japan. I remember one time I was out with one of my Japanese friends, and at the end of the night I gave her a hug when we said goodbye, and she always looked really uncomfortable. She was like really uncomfortable, and I felt so guilty about it. I just did it without thinking.
確かに日本人同士ではあんまハグとかそういうボディタッチしないかもしれないね。例えば一緒に YouTube やってくれてるケンイチっていうやつがいるんだけど、俺あいつとさえハグしたことないと思う。
Even though you guys are really close. Yeah.
まあでも俺外国人の友達まあまあいるから、でもその人たちとはまあ気軽にハグとかし合う。なんだろうな、俺的には外国人の人にハグされても俺は結構全然大丈夫。なんかもうそういう文化だって分かってるから。でも全くそこに慣れてない人に対してやると、まあ、ちょっとびっくりするかもしれないね。でも全然俺はあんま気にしない。
Alrighty, so the second thing I want to talk about is something we've talked about before in another video, but it's about finishing your food. This is something we care about in Western countries too, but in Japan, I think people care about it a lot more. And like if you go to eat at like a mom and pop like ramen shop, you definitely have to finish all of that ramen. Or if you go visit at someone's house, you know, finish every grain inside your rice bowl. I'm really careful about that to make sure I finish all of my food.
日本でラーメン屋行って、残したりすると、若干嫌な顔されるんですよ。俺とかもそうだったんだけど、両親から、ご飯絶対残すなとか、出されたものは米一粒残さず全部食えって教わってたから、多分俺だけじゃなくて他の日本人もそういう風に、教育を受けてるから、そういう文化が成り立ってるのかなって思う。
If you're like sharing like a big meal, like in other countries as well, it's like rude to take the last bit of food. But in Thailand, if you take that last piece of food, it like symbolizes that like the host didn't give you enough. You have to leave a little bit. Alright, so the third thing I want to talk about is accepting a compliment. In Japan, it's kind of rude to accept a compliment, but in Western countries, it's kind of rude to reject it. If you accept it in Western countries, like it looks like, you know, like you value the other person's opinion, and even if it doesn't match your own opinion, you still like appreciate them going out of their way, so you thank them and you move on. But if you reject it, it sounds like you're asking them like, oh, please compliment me stronger, or say it again. Like it sounds like you're fishing for more compliments. But in Japan, it doesn't have that thing. You kind of sound a bit conceited if you accept it. What do you think?
別に素直にありがとうって言っても問題はないやんと思うんだけど、ほとんど日本人は最初否定から入るからな、そんなことないよ。でもなんかさ、多分そんなことないよって英語でさ、
it's kind of rude if you
でしょなんかそう、You are cute のレイレイとか言われると、なんか英語のニュアンスからするとめっちゃ変な感じするよね。
Like if you said like, oh you're so cute, and I said, oh no, not really, then you'd be in a position where you have to say something like, oh no, you're really cute, like I think you're so cute. Like you would have to, if someone rejects it, then it's just so much work for the other person. Be careful of that in English too, just say thank you and move on. Or that's kind of you. So the final thing we want to talk about is Keigo. If you can speak Japanese, it's really important to use like des mas form when you're speaking to like people who you don't know or like kind of above you, like social status wise. It's something I get kind of caught up in. And then like, you know, the level above, like the son Keigo and all that, it's so hard, and I don't know I don't know when exactly to use it and all that, but I think it's really important to use it, especially like if you want conversation to go smoothly. Japanese people are very, very forgiving of your Japanese mistakes, your language mistakes, or your Keigo mistakes. The Japanese people understand that that's not something we have in English. But at the same time, you don't want to force someone to have to forgive you. Like you want the person to just like have a nice conversation for them without them having to do that. But you really care about Keigo, don't you?
俺は中学校から高校部活入って上下関係とかあったから今でも気にしてる。でももし外国人の人にまあそうやって言われたりしたら、全然
Yeah. Like if a tourist came up to you and was like, Hachiko, Doko ni aru ka? Like you would know that the person didn't speak Japanese very well. Like you'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, そういうのだったら大丈夫。外国人にとっては日本の敬語ってものすごく難しいなって本当に感じる。だって俺イギリスに住んでる時にコンビニ行くじゃん。でコンビニ行って店員さんに本当元気とか今日いい天気だねとか、普通にそんなカジュアルで話すんだけど、日本だとコンビニ行ってもそんな話しないし、絶対敬語じゃん。だから、外国人の人にとっては難しいかもしれないね、敬語とかは。だから気使ったりするかもしれないね。
I think actually about like 50% of the time when I'm in a shop, people speak to me in Tamaguchi. Yeah. Is that unusual? I think people speak to me in Tamaguchi because they think it's like easier. Because you speak to a child in Tamaguchi.
I think they think it's easier, so that's why they speak to you.
Yeah, but I still feel a little bit like you wouldn't speak to a Japanese person like this, would you?
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and if you like the video, please remember to like it and subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more from us in the future.
それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。バイバイ。
See ya!